I was asked the other day whether I could try and do like a breakdown video on how I would attempt to get some Eric Johnson kind of clean tone. Obviously, in and of itself, it's no easy task. I'm a huge Eric Johnson fan. I don't necessarily have the kind of encyclopedic knowledge of his gear and tone that some people do. It's kind of why I like doing some of these videos, because people drop by in the comment section and they have quite a lot of knowledge on this stuff, which is always helpful. So I'm going to do it with the HX Stomp. That's the tone I've ended up with, so I'll just break it down. So from what I know of Eric, I think he uses a Marshall for his more driven tones, and a Fender type sound for his clean tones. Mail order twin. So I've used the mail order twin, which isn't actually a Fender type amp. It's based on the Silvertone something or other, maybe Dan Electro, I can't remember exactly, but to me it's got that kind of sparkly thing going on, so that's kind of good. So kind of the key is very clean cleans. And lots of delay, lots of reverb, and a chorus. So let me just go through the settings one by one. I've got the red squeeze because I know that he used, or does use, or has used an MXR Dynacomp before. So I've got the sensitivity on 3.8, the mix on 83, and the level at 12, just because we've got the amp set so clean that you do need to boost the level. So that's that. The mail order twin, I've got the drive at 1.8, the bass at 2.9 because we want quite a top heavy mid scoop thing. The mids are at 2.8, treble is at 8.6, presence is all the way up at 10, channel volume is 7.9, everything else is where it was set originally. I've got my IR in place here, and I've got a high cut at 15 kHz, quite high if you're going to use a high cut at all. Because we do want quite a lot of that sparkle stuff. Dual delay, I've got the dual stereo delay, sorry. The left hand side is at 375 milliseconds, the right hand side is 500. Left feedback is 71, right feedback is 62. Left mix is 29, right mix is 29, so fairly heavy mix. No low cut or high cut. And the mods I've got off. I don't really like the sound of modulated delay. So here's a slight innovation from the other day. I was watching a video and he said that he puts his chorus after the delay, I think. So I've gone for the normal just stereo chorus with the speed fairly low at 1, depth at 7.4. I've turned off the pre-delay all the way down to 0.8. It's a triangle wave with tone at 5, spread at 10, mix at 50 and level at 0. And then at the end I've used one of the nice kind of Helix new reverbs, which kind of studio sounding. So the decay, I've got on glitz, sorry, I should have said stereo again. Decay at 5.1, pre-delay at nothing, because I kind of want it to connect to the sound more. Low cut off. High cut at 15.5 kHz, mix at 18% because it's quite a prominent delay, not delay, reverb anyway, level at 0. The delay at 64 milliseconds, rate at 1.84 Hz, depth 3.8. Crossover at 900 Hz, mod mix 5, trails off. So that's the sound. If I'll just play some bits and pieces with, whatchamacallit, turned off. We'll start off with the reverb and everything else off. This is without the compressor, so this is just the amp and cab. So typically with the Helix models, if you don't have much gain on the model, they do get quite quiet, which is why I've got the compressor up front. think I've got a gate on here, which is not necessary. So quite a bright sound by itself, but that bloom comes from the delay basically, so I'll go and turn the delay on. Sorry, not the delay, the reverb. So you kind of want that mid-scooped thing going on so that you get that nice thin spanky Strat sound, which is kind of what I think of when someone says a Strat. So then if we introduce the delay, and quite a key element of some of his fingerstyle stuff, I think, is to try and use these back two pickups, whether it's in the all the way bridge position or the kind of split between these two. I feel like that's what I hear a lot of when he's doing this kind of. And I think actually Eric Johnson has a humbucker in his bridge, which kind of does give you a bit more punch on these on the bridge setting. And does sound quite Eric-y if you do have a bridge humbucker there. I don't. And then the last part of the puzzle, the compressor, the chorus. So that's how I would try to tackle the Eric Johnson clean tone. It's kind of going to be difficult to take that to his lead tone. I've done another one on this lead tone, which is in my bundle called Eric Lead. This one will be in there called Eric Clean if you want to try it out. That's kind of my take on it. There's probably other people who have kind of better ideas and better strategies and better tones, but I was asked, so this is just my thoughts on it. I hope that's useful. If you do find this useful, if you could do the old like and subscribe thing, that would be helpful, and I'll continue to try and keep doing things that hopefully interest you. Thanks for watching.